I'm going to speak about some things, and it's some people, you'll have sensitive ears to it. But I guess to clear my consciousness, we're just given this life of do X, Y, and Z, obey these rules, do the right thing. We don't question God. We don't question authority. We have fun. It's just fun all the time. And then we die. We come into this world, and I'm using this, we're all involved. That's what I'm saying. So we're going to, those of us that know, we have to include ourselves in things in order to understand it and see it, because we're not in it no more. But we have to apply it. So when we really look at it, we are produced just like a machine produces, toys to make somebody rich. Well, we're producing each other to make others rich with fake money. It's not real. Because this would be, listen, dude, some of these guys had 6,000 lectures. 6,000. Could you imagine giving 6,000 lectures in your lifetime? Towards 100, you should be getting your shit together. Shit, toward 3,000, there's nobody in the audience that's going to even see or understand shit. Nothing at all. Because when you pull yourself out of the world, things happen. You'll see things. God will give you vision, it's the real stuff. But we're put into this world to reproduce for these people. And then we go through this life and we never question anything. We always devour what's given to us. We might be against it at first. God damn it, they're gonna say that shit over and over and over and again. It's real, Matt. I know it. It's so real, isn't it? It's because they just repeat it. It's all you've seen, because the brain's a motor, so this machine knows that this entity, we're being neutral, that's doing this knows that we're a machine, and that knows that the brain, if it's geared early in life, geared with images and tones, it programs the emotions, it programs the will of the child into a fucking dummy. And then that dummy gets older, and then has more children, and then and I got more, and then there's some dummy. But there's a bigger motive, because we've talked about unseen battles, and how Satan and the dragon mainly, and these little Ahrimanic fucking beings that's been attacking the throne of heaven forever, and the little beings in heaven thinking they're getting away with shit when God just eradicated all of them. And then this last charge at heaven in the middle of the 1800s on the other side, well, they lost, but they were produced into human form, those Ahrimanic beings, and then they were. But see, here's what's not to me anymore, because I can see it. You're just given, we just die, go to heaven. No, it ain't that easy. You're supposed to have, like, get ready Just like if, the same way people go out to eat, you're supposed to be getting ready for the other side. And nobody does. So there's energy that we come into this world with. It's just like a flower. If a flower's not nurtured, it's not going to fulfill the way it was designed, and it's going to have unused energy. And that unused energy, that flower, represents spirit of God. And when it goes over, that force, life force, is weakened of the unseen. And that's what you don't know. So if I can try to tell you, all these humans that are goy, it's in scripture, other scripture that they've taken out, and they just produce us over and over. But our souls have an impulse, and they do. You know, and these lodges that y'all see, there's an ESO and exoteric view, an exterior and interior. It's the same fucking word. You get that now? Some of y'all. And see, we know about the magnetic field. We know about how the flowers and all this cool stuff, when you see them blossom and certain things, the patterns in them is the magnetic field. Yeah, in physical form, coming through that life form controlled by a being, which would be a spirit of God that everybody just goes and sprays. So when we come here to this earth, this is what we do. We are programmed from day one to consume literally everything that has packet. It's insane. I hate saying this shit. Because the thing about black magic is you create attachment and you create a connection. And that's what everything that we've ever watched does. When I was growing up, you had to wait till Saturday is when cartoons was on. You know, and as I got older, it was just kind of faded away. Because, I mean, we had South Park. I remember growing up in Atlanta, or living in Atlanta, not growing up, but towards the late 90s when I was living in Atlanta, and South Park had been out or came out or whatever. You know, we watched that shit, and of course, Simpsons, and you see what I mean? All that was created for this species. All that shit that we've watched. Yeah, it's funny because it's been ingrained into us, but it's changed the will in us. It changes us. And you don't understand that because you are the fucking product of black magic, generational black magic. And you'll take up for it. If you can really get out of it, this is what you're coming out of. Depending on, because if we get into the pigmentation and shit like that, then you really got to know your shit with the magnetic field, Atlantis, epochs, and all this other shit. That's just beyond anybody's vocabulary. But if you can get out of this, you know, we know about the world's fairs and all that other stuff. Well, if you pay attention to them, see the structures that we see at the world's fairs, and they got rid of all those stone structures. That's, you know, that's not all those churches or power stations. That wasn't shit. Those are little bitty fucking clubhouses compared to what we have. And people, that's what I'm saying. We get to watching this shit and we see these images. Well, we've never seen those shit before. So, of course, it's going to captivate the mind because we've never seen it. And then when somebody like us comes along and says, fuck that, that's garbage. Look beyond that. You're fucking crazy. I got 1 million views or 50,000. It's like, it ain't about that. Because see, you tie in when they fucking closed this land off for 300 fucking years. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like from 1200 to 1492. They shut it off. They shut maritime routes off to this land because they were getting it ready. For now. Setting it up, baby. Setting it up. They already knew. Them little Ahrimantic motherfuckers was going, they already knew it. They'd been conjuring the shit up for a long time. Black magic fucking, like this has to do with ancient Saturn shit. Like spirits trapped around Saturn that's literally coming through the fucking channels, channel movies, Hollywood, wood, the stick from the holly tree, black magic magicians would use, crossroads, shit, cast in the movies. There's the casting it into you. It's real, man. You're a fucking dummy and an Ahrimantic demon. That's who it is. So when you come out of this, the World's Fairs, what is that? Oh, look, it's a parade with globes and they're throwing pennies out. Well, of course, that's the new world. And that's all those dummies knew. But the structures was just something, well, you know, the Roman Empire built. And of course they're going to have pictures of all that shit to keep all the truth seekers on that, even though they know what's underneath everything, but they don't fucking go at it like we do. See, when you literally blow up and melt everything and then cover it up, and it was all gold and everything, man. Just listen to me. It was all badass. Free power. It was built, everything they've covered up was built off of the pattern of all the lights up there. And it was a big fucking huge, just a huge substation through the whole thing. We were badass. So they closed it off for 300 years, melted all of it, you know, and because the gold's a conductor. It has nothing to do with us. It's worth nothing other than it's a conductor. And so they covered it up, and you know, they already knew where there would be more gold in certain places with shit made out of gold, like literally like everything probably, you know. And they knew in time, you know, once they because while they were setting this up, all right, for 300 years, never mind all the other shit everywhere else. That's what I'm saying, boys. Satan, you big, baby, big. And they're setting this up, and they're getting the European Christianity ready. This weirdo fucking lowest nature bullshit ever, pilgrims and shit. Oh, we don't know how to grow anything. Thank you, Indians. Show us how to grow something, which is a fucking lie. They created all of them. Culture, social engineering. So while they're getting this ready, yeah, we're going to create gold rush. They're over there in Europe with a spiritual wall around it because they control the ports, anything in and out. So this land was forgotten about. So now that weird fucking religious shit they got in there, it's about to be released. All right, we got 300 years of this shit going, and they're fucking grained into them. And then, of course, it morphs into something this or that eventually. You know, but it's a basic recipe of a cake that they do. I can see and show you all about it. It's fucking garbage. It's the most childish shit ever. I know that makes them bull, but it's like, I see it. But the whole thing is they know where the gold's going to be, where more of it is, and so they're going to push certain individuals in that direction and then create the fucking gold rush. And every mine or whatever that was ever created, there was fake monetary system there. So whoever was working there, that the money was only good there on the site. That was it. No matter if they're paying for gold or whatever. So you paid to stay there. It's ridiculous when you can actually see this fucking shit. But I don't know if you got what in you to cut it. You know, so if you come out of it, you're coming out of the World's Fairs. There's nobody in the cities, and there's none, and there's nobody. It ain't fucking hard, man. It's like, God almighty, this is some big time shit, dude. Some heavy shit to the low-minded thinkers. Because I mean, they know how to repopulate, and they give it time, buddy. They got all the fucking patience and time in the world. I can tell you that. Listen, this fucking demon that's in all of them, this demon that literally, it's in them. It's all the same one. It literally comes through this fucking life in these structures and wears pasture costumes. They live whole lives knowing it's their life is a lie because they're forsaken. And look right at you and tell you Jesus fucking loves you. And somebody just fucking died in there. You know what I'm saying? By the numbers. And now they're out there telling them, oh, we're going to do the God thing and we're not going to question God. And no emotion, none. And then you got to study the eagle. It was awesome the other day on the golf course. There's a fucking eagle that was so big. It had a squirrel down, a big squirrel, and it was choking it out. One of them thought it was a monkey. And I was like, now that would be some cool shit, because I'd steal it. And I was like, you ain't going, that's a fucking hawk, man. And look, when it turned around, you could see, I see the spirit when I look in an animal's eyes now. I don't see the animal. I do see the animal, but I see the spirit. And man, that's something that I've been really wanting to do, because I see a lot of chicken hawks, but they're gone. But one of them big ass birds, them big eagles, because it's sitting there choking a squirrel out. Life. With no emotions. It's just doing what it's fucking doing. It's instinct. And that's what this entity does. It's like, that's why that eagle, Phoenix too, it's sort of combined with them, how they, their consciousness is sort of like that eagle, if you understand what I'm saying. In a roundabout way. That's how they look at us. The same way an eagle looks at a bird or squirrel, rabbit, whatever, fuck it, doesn't matter. It's the same way they look at a child, me, you, black, white, brown, doesn't matter. They're going to choke it out and fucking eat it in any way, shape, or form. Eating it's going to be using it in there anyway. So when you can look at that, that's sort of how you tie in a reptilian brain, because you got all these fucking people going crazy about that shit. Because when you get into Dracula and shit like that, and these witches of the stuff in these movies, Disney movies, of drinking blood or whatever for youth serum, you know, well, that's the pineal gland, that's adrenochrome. Those people represent the elite or whatever, this entity controlling us. You know, because see, what it is you got a small group of individuals that have control of some very powerful knowledge. Don't need it, but they have it. They've had it. And they're not going to let nobody else have no power at all. And truthfully, the ones underneath them they've created, they're living a fucking lie no different than the goy. No, they think that they're in, no, you're not. Your soul and all that shit's going to be harnessed too. They don't leave the eagle tied in. You think an eagle's not going to fucking eat everything if it, needed to? Yeah, it ain't going to just leave a few, hey, I like you. Fuck no. Now, every now and then it will, but, that's because Saturn. They'll tell you. Even we have, what was the word I was looking for? They have, they tell you in their movies. But even when somebody calls them out and figures some shit out, they'll end up dying. Somebody that's big up, they'll end up fucking doing something crazy and they'll die because the morgues were created by them, and if it's bigger city, bigger this, then they'll sell the shit out of it. Because you know what's funny? I found out the other day that one individual, guess what he had now, what they're saying? A birth defect on his heart. Yeah. I said, you are fucking, why do y'all keep accepting these excuses? You're an image of God. You're born perfect. You're a fucking dummy. I swear to God, I said, y'all can't, you just don't want to accept it. And I said, when you go, he'll be sitting there going, you motherfuckers Look, you enjoyed everything while I sat there and fucking screamed in Matt's head while he was asleep that one night. And he did. And I was like, damn, went straight to it and said, holy shit, this is fucking crazy, but it's not. It just means you're getting really, really connected. All right, now I gotta go before these dumbasses on this melted structure mountain start trying to pass me and do dumb shit. Love you.